Warning, this video contains spiders. Check timestamps to skip them. Like and subscribe. Kinda scared. Ah! Jesus. Whoa. Oh, what have I put myself into? Let's find that out. Do you like jump scares? Getting genuinely frightened and not just watching but actually playing a psychological horror game? Well, look no further, Metro Awakening is exactly that. But before we dive into the nightmare, as always, let's take a quick look at the menu and the options. When you start the game, you have to choose how you want to play, standing or seated, and that's actually it. If you want, you can start the game right now, but that's not what we're going to do right now. When you're in the start menu, you can choose to continue your game, select the chapters you have played. There are 12 chapters, and every chapter, depending on how you play, has a decent length, so it's not a short game. Game slots, which show you your last checkpoint. As you can see, I'm on chapter 9 and have already played 7 hours and 34 minutes. I will explain why in a bit, so stay tuned. Alright, the biggest point of this part, the settings. I will not go over everything, only the, in my opinion, important things. Here you can change the way your game plays. For example, the weapon pitch offset, meaning how your weapon is vertically angled. In other words, is weapon pointing more up or down? Screen shakes. Yeah, I recommend that you disable that. The arachnophobia mode. Let me make this crystal clear. If you have the slightest disgust of spiders, turn that on. You may be now saying, well, it can't be that bad, right? Oh yeah? Let me show you. Next is the locomotion. For all of you who can't play in locomotion, Metro Awakening has teleport. Yay! And the profiles don't really change anything in the settings, but it looks like this. Under audio and language you can change named features, but one thing was strange when I played the game. As you can see, my UI and subtitle language are both in English, but the game made my subtitles on German but only for items in my backpack. But after I was done with the session and played the next time, it was all in English. Oh, and I thought in my time playing that disabling the music, which is horror music, is a good idea. But I figured out that pure silence in dark freaking corridors and rooms is not better. Fuck. Oh, fuck. This is insane. Just make the whole game just black. Look. There's nothing you can see. Now something important, the graphics. I would like for you to keep in mind that this game is very performance hungry. So to play the game in the settings I have, with a big screen beyond on 75 Hz and SteamVR on 150% resolution, you should have a 4090, but still need to lower your settings when you're inside a city. Spectator mode, which is for viewing the game. I don't see a real reason why you should not just use the normal viewing experience, but hey. Performance-wise, I did not see a change, but you can adjust the way the game looks for the viewers. But you will still see the game how you set it up. And then analytics, which sounds crazy to be honest, but I have not seen any advertisements before starting the game. I tried it on and off. There are also credits, extras, which are more like collectibles, and last but not least, quit. Okay, enough menu. Let's get in the game. But don't worry, I will not spoil the game for you. Moscow. It's been 5 years Since nuclear war devastated Russia's capital, a few thousand people found refuge in the world's largest atomic bomb shelter, the Moscow metro system. Down in the tunnels, away from the deadly radiation on the surface, a new makeshift civilization has been built upon the ashes of the former. A society of infighting factions in a constant battle against preying mutants and famine. For those who remain, there's no room for hopes or dreams.
Yes, I'm on my way.
So you start the game in your room and you learn the basics. Right stick for turning, left stick for moving. You can also play guitar, and if you use the 12 knuckles, every finger that hits the string makes a sound. Cool. Little side note, fire is hot. It will hurt and burn you if you touch it. Shocking, I know. Like I said in the beginning, you need to put down the graphics inside a metro. It maybe doesn't look like it, but there are teeny tiny stutterings when viewing it through the HMD, which makes me sick. And to open the menu on the 12 knuckles, you need to press the system button to open the Steam system menu and then press it again to be in the menu. Pressing the left stick in gives you a slight moment of walking faster. I wouldn't call it running or dashing, but it's called dashing here. But there's no stamina bar, so you have to listen to your character. When he breathes too heavy, he stops running and your stamina is gone. By pressing in the right stick, you crouch, pressing it again to stand up. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but I think your gun is... shouldn't you hold it downwards? There are two ways to crouch. One is by pressing the right stick manually, the other is by walking into a low height area. You still need to press it again to stand up though. Whack. To jump down from a small elevation, just move towards the edge. Whee! Not sure if that's important, but you can drink in the game, but it has no effect on your character. The synchronization and animation in this game, in my opinion, is top. It's very well done. Here, have a look for yourself.
And your wife are not my favorite people right about now.
Yana, has something happened?
Has something happened? He asks. If by something, do you mean did your wife destroy our mushroom farm?
In this game, you have one light source and a lighter, which is not a light source. To use your light source, put your hand, no matter which, on the front of your head and just close your hand to press the headlight button. Your headlight consumes power. To recharge your headlight, you need to grab the charger from your backpack with your left hand. Grab the winch and spin it. When you overcharge your headlight, your light radius increases. And I did that all the time because the game is extremely dark. Of course, you also have guns. To reload your guns, you can either press A to eject and put a new magazine in, or just hold the magazine against the weapon and it will do the same. If you press V while wielding a pistol, your character tries to disengage the safety, but sadly it's not doing anything. You will find doors and other things that need to be recharged. To do that, take out your charger, grab the pins and put them at the specific place. Then turn the winch, take the pins off and flip the switches. Voila, the door is now open. If you grab towards your upper torso, you will grab your syringe gun, which heals you. If you have healed yourself, you need to put a new vial on it. If you're looking for some kind of health bar, you won't find any, because there is none, but you will probably know when your HP is low. Multiple things in this game can kill you. If it's not a heart attack from all these jump scares, it's either monsters, bullets or radiation. That's what you need filters for. When you use a filter for some time, your mask will fog up. Like always, I love these tiny but immersive details. And when you don't have enough filters and you are exposed to radiation, you will slowly die and it looks like this. You have a watch on your left arm, which serves three purposes. Two are for the time and the other one is for your hiding status. Walking makes more noise than crouching, so if you want to stay hidden, crouch. Also, when you have your headlight on, the enemy sees it and reacts to it.
What was that flash?
And if you want to be as silent as possible, you can even knock the enemy out by punching them in the head. You can also distract them with noise, for example with this AK. And yes, every item makes noise.
What?
Oh, and because I had to decrease the graphic in the city and forgot to increase it again, I got faces in the distance like that. The game is also kinda gory. There's some pretty nasty stuff in it. I just showed you the weakest part here. I have to say that most games do have a problem with throwing items. It's never like you would throw in real life, but in Metro, it feels very good. The game is just pure horror and psychological terror. Every moment you are moving, you always think something is behind you or is around the corner. The atmosphere is just so insanely thick and creepy. You will find different weapons and gadgets. Here I found a grenade. Pull the ring and then throw it. But the white marker around the ring, they could have been made better. I know. It's nitpicking, but it's very visible in VR. If you slowly pull the barrel backwards, you can see a new bullet slide into it. Depending on the difficulty you play, I can recommend you doing that instead of just reloading. Why? Well, every time your gun is not completely empty and you put in your magazine in and pull the trigger back, you waste a bullet. One thing that is a bit tedious is that you have to micromanagement a lot of things. Equipping your gas mask, changing your filters, recharging your headlamp, checking your supplies. You always have to grab your bag from the left side and check or equip things manually. You have two backpacks, one on your left side and one on your right side. To access the one on your right side, you have to grab it with your left hand. That means bringing your left hand to your right shoulder, grabbing it, and then switching to the weapon you want. Things that I really don't like and never will are situations when they make things to be sideways. Like in this train, for example. It always makes me nauseous. But of course it's not only horror and scary stuff. You also have normal gunfights, which do feel great. Enemies are not done, they are not too accurate but still give a good challenge. But be wary of the one with their helmet on. These guys take a lot of bullets. Yes, you can one-shot them if you shoot through the visor, but that's pretty difficult because it's just a tiny slit. For all you horror lovers, here's some more horror gameplay. Flickering flashlight which you can't control but is probably giving you a headache. Weird noises, dark rooms, don't know where to go, don't know what's behind or in front of you. Wonderful, isn't it? Let's address the micromanagement again. Later you get a shotgun, which is, as far as I know, the last weapon you get. You can access it by your right backpack. But let's say you get swarmed by enemies and you run out of ammo for the gun. Well, tough luck. Now you gotta grab your second backpack, choose the gun, hope it has ammo in it, and shoot. I understand what they are doing here, but it is really annoying that you're not able to change guns fast in these intense situations. A little side note, don't know if it's just me, but don't set your shadow quality to very high, or you will get this. And also, there's a part in the game where light is flashing very fast, so be wary of that. Unfortunately, I can't show it to you without spoiling anything, but trust me, you will know when you see it. Later in the game you get on wagons and drive through dark tunnels. Of course, what else? Sometimes you get chased and attacked by Nosales. To get rid of them when they jumped on the wagon, grab your AK and swing it against them. I would recommend to only use the AK here, because it's the longest weapon you have, so you can actually hit them. I tried it with the shotgun, but it worked better with the AK. Alright, let me explain why I'm still on chapter 9. I couldn't finish the game, it was just too much for me, so why did I buy it in the first place? Well, the game was tagged as exploration, shooter and story rich, not horror or anything like that. It is what it is. The game turned out to be way too intense for me, and that's the truth. By now you've probably realized this is not a game for the faint of heart. So, a tiny conclusion. If you like Metro, horror, and in my opinion psychological horror, and if you like all these things mentioned in the video, I can recommend the game 100%. It runs and looks really good. Being in a city is not included in that statement. It has an insane atmosphere, really well done synchronization and animation. That's it for this video. I hope I could give you a good look at how the game works, how it feels, what it is, what to expect, and what you should be wary of. Thank you for being part of my VR journey, and when everything around you is pitch black, even the smallest light can make a difference. And sometimes that light is within yourself, guided by a memory, a moment, or something worth holding on to. Even the faintest spark can help you and others find the way back.